Another news this morning, while the quality of life in Gauteng is improving, people are still concerned about crime and service delivery. And that's according to the findings of the Gauteng City Region Observatory's 5th Quality of Life survey.
Well, it measures socio-economic circumstances, attitudes about service delivery and more. And to tell us more, we're joined by Rob Moore. He's Executive Director of the Gauteng City Region Observatory. Rob, good morning, and thanks for your time this morning. I mean, just very generally, are people in Gauteng happy?
They are a little happier.
Okay.
That's the interesting finding, is that in spite of the very difficult conditions, relatively high levels of unemployment, a lackluster economy, a growing population, the results of our survey, which derives from 25,000 household interviews across the it shows a small but steady improvement in how people are reporting their quality of life. So it's a very, very small increase, but it's an important one nevertheless in a society like ours.
Yeah, which of these indicators, which of the indicators you've been looking at have shown this improved satisfaction by the residents of Gauteng and the quality of their life today?
Interestingly, it's been quite a lot of the more social indicators. Our quality of life index is made up of 58 different components of it, some of them economic, some of them political, but a significant number of the improvements have actually been around social issues, around people reporting a greater sense of comfort and connectivity in their communities, greater levels of kind of personal satisfaction and a sense of belonging of kind of where they are. So in spite of the crime issues, in spite of the unemployment issues, there is still a greater sense of belonging and being in social circumstances.
From a government service delivery perspective, we've witnessed several service delivery approaches. You do this quality of life survey every 2 years. For us, just anecdotally, when you look at those service delivery approaches, you think people are not really happy with government service delivery. What is your survey showing in that respect?
It's been very interesting in that we look at government service delivery across the whole city region, and obviously we look at it municipality by municipality. And what is quite remarkable is that in spite of the growth of population, and Gauteng receives a couple of 100,000 new residents in our city region every year. So that's a very significant growth. In spite of that, we have been, the municipalities and provincial government have been able to sustain reasonable levels of basic service delivery compared to, for example, when we last did the survey 2 years ago, 4 years ago. So the communities are reporting that they are still getting supplies of water, etc. However, there are some variations. In some areas we've seen a disappointing drop in waste removal, for example, refuse removal. That's a very, very noticeable trend, because that has deteriorated significantly, and very, very significantly in some areas. In other areas it maintains a reasonable level.
Okay, well, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you very much, Rob Moore, Executive Director of the Gauteng City Region Observatory, telling us Gautengers are just a little bit happier than what they were.
Yeah,